in my visa application. Finally, now I just wait and prepare for Australia.
I've wanted to travel as long as I can remember, but specifically, I started planning it when I was 8 years old. I grew up hearing these amazing, funny, adventurous stories from my parents, from my grandparents, how they went to all these different places all over the world. And I knew that had to be me someday. After a lot of ups and downs and unforeseen circumstances, because the best laid plans still go to shit. And yet I graduated, and I knew then and there, I have to travel now. Solo traveling can be daunting, so not having to worry about a foreign language feels a lot more approachable to me. The second big hurdle was renewing my passport. Luckily, I was able to get it approved and renewed in 10 days, but then I had to transit 5 cities away to pick it up. It all worked out. It also wasn't too expensive. So my plan is to document my travel adventures and take you all with me. At some point before I leave, I gotta get myself a tripod and hopefully a lapel mic, so the sound quality is going to improve. I'm just really excited to use this opportunity to share my travels. There's going to be an emphasis on geography, environment, sustainability, food, and living my best life in my 30s. How fucking cool is this?
Places to go.
On hold with the credit card company.
It's you and me, we won't be unhappy.
Please go through, please go through. Yes! My flight is booked.
I'm going how it feels. Yeah.
The biggest hurdle to getting this going is twofold. Partially, it was understanding how much money I needed to save and put aside for this trip to make it happen, which, based on advice from good friends of mine, I came to the conclusion that 10,000 Canadian was a good benchmark. And that's a lot of money for me. So dedicating that and being like, okay, this is what I'm saving up for. This is an investment in myself, in my dreams, in my ambitions. It is worth it. The second part, which was a little bit in tandem was my mindset. And the idea of just up and leaving is kind of huge. Granted, I have moved a lot during my life. I moved a lot growing up, so I was used to it in that sense. And then at 18, I moved from the States back to Canada for school. And then when things got tough and I got sick, I moved from the West Coast to Ontario, to the Great Lakes region. That was a big deal. And then I moved back to BC to finish up my degree. And I've always wanted to travel, but taking that leap of faith and trusting myself that I can handle myself on the other side of the world, where I'm not just like a 5-hour flight away from family. I'm not just, a 7-hour drive away from family. Like, I'm a 16-hour flight away from home. Big deal. Big thing to wrap my brain around. I thought by giving myself more time, like 6 months, to fully plan it out, try and save some more money, would be a good idea. That ended up blowing up in my face. Not to do with anything that I did, but I trusted the wrong people and tried to avoid going to Australia in a crisis mode. Turns out I arrived there anyways. Getting all of this set up was in crisis mode, and because of my amazing friends, turns out I needed proof that my network of people and my close friends, who I've been friends with for almost a decade, really came through and supported me when I needed it the most. And that is how I am able to embark on this new adventure with confidence and excitement. First choice in work once I arrive is conservation restoration. Natural resource management, because you always need to have somebody who understands environmental impacts, sustainability, what that means, and the whole spectrum, from like human to environment to animals to water. I'm always happy to go back to food and beverage, work in the coffee industry again as a barista, work at a bubble tea place. I think that would be really fun. I was pleasantly surprised to find out recently that a lot of my beverage knowledge and experience is not outdated and still relevant, so I could be a real boon to whoever hires me in that area, and I think it would be fun. Honestly, I miss being a barista, strangely enough. Coffee is still such a huge part of my daily routine, that I love being able to help provide that routine and ritual for other people, regardless of what your day looks like, whether you're coming in as soon as the cafe opens at 7 a.m. or whether you're a nurse or night staff and you're coming in at like 4 or 5 p.m. because you just woke up an hour ago. Like, your coffee and your barista are gonna be there for you, and I miss being a part of that.
Sunny out. Still getting over this flu thing, but I'm almost there. But the trick, the magic food when I am sick, is pho. I'm assuming there's pho in Australia. They're a lot closer to Vietnam. One thing I definitely need to soak up while I'm here is that illegal green that we have here in Canada, but as far as I know, it's not a thing in Australia. So I gotta enjoy my edible drinks while I'm here. Letting go of fears is hard, but I think one of the exciting things about moving to a new city and a new country is that it is the best catalyst for confronting those fears, because you have no choice but to adapt and figure it out.
Club, bottle full of bug. Mama, I got what you need if you need to feel a buzz. I'm in the habit.
$31 is gonna be f***ing